Who I be. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever it is that you like. We're going to hop into some of these messages, right? So, of course, as you know, when I put certain things on the community board, that's on the community board. What's today? We got what? Wednesday, right? So, cosmetology should be in theory. Today, barbers is on the floor, but a lot of people got on their headphones, wanted to listen. I got to know more. I need to know more. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Someone is also tuned in and reporting live from Nemours Children's Hospital or the Ronald McDonald location as well, okay? Correct as usual, okay? So, with all this information, somebody so so soul. I love that lady, but you know what I'm saying? It just was what it was. So, with all the information, give me a second. Let me go grab my tea because I need my cup of tea for this one. And today's reading, today's live, it's going to most likely be more channeling. I just be having these. I don't even know why I even buy and waste my money to get these cards. But most of the time, it just give me small little details that I could be missing out on the situation. However, you know what I'm saying, on this today's conversation, and we're going to go ahead and address people, judicial, public law, police officers, hospitals, lawyers, so be it, whoever are all wanted to be involved in this situation. And considering I could use my life as the example, as the experience, because right now, with all the situations occurring, a lot of the people are discovering she was not lying from the beginning. And a lot of people are in those situations where they're sitting back like, oh crap. I didn't know that they knew about that. I didn't. It's a whole bunch of things that you didn't know. And for the fact that we love to judge books by their cover, like it's getting to a point, like, you know how so many jobs wanted to play conservative? It's now going to be to a point where shit, most of the time I'll be the perfect thing in the MO for any agent for a job because sometimes judging a book by its cover end up you discovering once you uncover the true situation, it's like, God dang, wrong person, wrong line, wrong lifetime, and wrong fucking person to go ahead to try to go ahead and get them locked up with life or put them in a psych ward because now a lot of the people are mentally confused because it's like, shoot, ouch, I, if you knew better, you would have did better. You know what I'm saying? Forgive them for what they do not know. You know what I'm saying? How is it that I got more Jesus or Christianity in me and I don't even step foot into a church? That part be, but that's so bewildering. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and get my tea. I need that. I'm coming, guys. Don't think I just gotta get my cup of tea. It's very much important. Importante. Okay, very important. So we do got the Latin community in the building. They're like, what? You're hovering. You don't have to be on the inside of my live to know that I know that you are in my live, okay? Welcome, Infinity Academy. And, you know, thank you for hovering. Beautiful things, beautiful days. It's a beautiful moment. um, well, you're like, is she taunting? I can't talk to anybody that's not talking, baby. Mike must be on his job today. Because today, I don't know why I was channeling Mike that I was going to barber school with at Affinity. And I was channeling his wife, but also, you know who else I channeled today? I'm pretty sure a lot of you can still hear me clearly. Gotta get things in order. This is on me for not getting them in order in the first place. All right, I had to get this. It's very important. All right. So not only that, like I said, a lot of this is going to be pure channeling. A lot of this, I will give you statutes, laws, regulations on what you can look into whenever it's coming to pertaining to whoever it is. I speak for the masses. It's super unbiased. I don't choose sides, because who am I to choose a side on anybody's situation? You could be a criminal and I could still go ahead and choose your side. I know that it's a position that was meant for me, and choosing to go ahead and utilize the situation, let alone a system against me, when I already knew to pay attention to the system since 2012. So I've been watching police, the system, and people, and then some, but me having to realize that most of the situation was coming from the inside, which made it even more beautiful. So that's why I speak for the people, okay? Now, with what I was saying, that I was channeling with a lot of these people, okay? Mike, who I went to school with, that motherfucker was funny to me, okay? He was too cool, but I know a hitter when I see a hitter, okay? Not to mention he was a jarhead. And for him to sit here and realize that he had to check his own wife at home, who's a stay-at-home mom, and he had to check your ass about some shit, because mind you, I don't want your husband. I don't look after married men. It's a lot of women that go in here that's okay with sleeping with other married men. I'm not one of them. Unbeknownst to some of you, and y'all sitting here discredit the Bible, which some of you DL women and down low men will utilize that motherfucking Bible, because the Bible don't say that a woman can't lust after another woman. The Bible don't say about a man that, lusting after another man if I'm married to a woman, but bitch, you still an abomination. Either way it go, man or woman alive. Quit trying to abuse the Bible for your benefit. Call it devil's advocates, shall we? Because a lot of you people like to play devil advocates until the real one come knocking to tell you what's the difference about what it is that you was doing. Because like I said, once y'all made that attempt on my life, or wanted me razzled and dazzled, baby, all you did was bedazzle the bitch, okay? So back onto it, your Betsy from the transition housing, right? I was like, why am I waking up with these fucking people on my mind? Why am I even thinking about or concerned about motherfuckers from Baltimore, let alone from Louisiana? Why the fuck am I worried about Louisiana? Because Louisiana ain't nothing like, don't nobody really like go to Louisiana, because the simple fact, ain't nothing coming out of there but fucking energy vampires. If you're fucking with a man from Louisiana, all they want to do is fucking control you. That's why it's like, what? Rita don't have a desire for a black man on earth. I don't. I entertain you, but I'm going to play you. I'm going to be the person to tell you to your face. Me entertaining a black man, and I'm going to tell you straight up to your face. You can take it all. She's just a damsel in distress. Ain't shit distressed about me, but I'm about to make your ass stressed. I promise you. It's not even a promise. It's a guarantee, because promises are meant to be broken. I give you a guarantee, $30 dollars back. Isn't that what they call it? 30-day, guarantee, get your money back. It's a lot of motherfuckers sitting here that did certain attacks towards me. They sitting here, I want my motherfucking money back. Why the fuck did I even get involved in this? You told me. You said that she wouldn't be able. You gotta understand, if the devil sent you to come hunt for me, what makes you think that they couldn't do it themselves? They needed y'all to do it. They need y'all to take the fall for it, including these PHA motherfucker wannabe Masons, because we got our black Freemasonries. That shit shut the fuck down. You shouldn't have did stupid, because you could have been still running for another 70, 80 years. But considering that you went on ahead and did the shit like this, I might not be laughing in your face, but shit, I'm in that bitch laughing like, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, bitch. I'm here to serve you Christmas gifts. Because you're not going to sit here and run on my time and on my clock. You had a better chance for a motherfucker that didn't want to get out of the shit that they're doing to do what you did towards me. I'm not your test experiment. And considering that we're going to consider it, I'm going to continue debunking bullshit, right? But back to Mike. Mike is having a horrible, like, it's not a horrible, but it's fucking funny to me because I know how his fucking mind works. But I'll dap that motherfucker up to this day because the game that certain people fucking play, Jenny Nunez and all y'all motherfuckers, keep my name out of your mouth. You realizing that, hey, she really bout that. Because you got to realize who was paying y'all to do half the shit. You got to understand that shit was coming off of mine. So I feel great at the end of the day knowing that, hey, y'all wanted to play. I love double dutch. Wasn't great at it, but I love double dutch, right? So when I was telling y'all about on the short that I posted earlier about laws and regulations about y'all, if you are a woman and if you are a father and you're genuinely in a relationship with the woman, it can be proven that you're with the person, that you are the main carer or the provider of this woman, okay? Hence, meaning proving that you're going to every fucking appointment, seeing about the child's well-being, all the way up from the time that person find out till they're pregnant, all the way up to 6 months postpartum, okay? Let me let you know, whether people let it be known or not, and this is how a lot of court cases get over on people on poverty or people that have to get public offenders or end up that most people don't really be doing their due diligence on lawyers. That's why I love a fucking lawyer that can sit there and say out his mouth, oh, this judge hate me. Oh, that law firm doesn't like me. I love them type of fucking attorneys because guess what? Them judges and those fucking attorneys that's in there that are buddy, the motherfucker that's hated the most is going to make sure that he's going to do what the fuck he's supposed to do. It ain't going to be no fiddle faddle. It ain't going to be him pussyfooting. It ain't going to be them doing it because it's like once he realized that they're not abiding by the rules, that motherfucker know how to be smart enough to move the court case around to a person that he can actually get his case solved, resolved, and closed effectively and efficiently for whoever it is that his client or her client could be, okay? Those are the fucking attorneys that you should fucking like hunt for. It's difficult to find them. It's rare and few, but the ones that you do find, that the lawyers that be hated or they're not really liked in the courthouses, those not only judges, people that you need to do toxicology with, psychologists and stuff like that, where they like the courts hate to see these motherfuckers coming because they know like shit, we can't manipulate them, we can't do wordplay with them, we can't pay this motherfucker off. Those be the people you got to look for, okay? And in this situation where I was saying with the pregnant people, okay, laws do exist to protect them in their vulnerable state, meaning in cross-examinations, court cases, and can recognize that they are intentionally causing trauma or intimidation, meaning at a vulnerable state, especially in first trimester up to 27 weeks, a woman is very, very vulnerable because at any time that if you put that person under any particular trauma, right, stresses of that sort, that will cause that person, if she has to go into the hospital, any judge or attorney that is involved in that court case that caused that woman to sit there and she got a hyperventilate, she start crying, she breaks down on that fucking stand, it's a lawsuit. They know that, but guess what most of them try to do? Intimidation, like they did to me back in the early 2012, 2013. If you come back to go ahead to reopen this case, we will charge you with the same thing that we charged Marcus Antoine Phillips Sr. with and put you in prison. That's what they threatened me with. Mind you, I was pregnant. I had no business being in there. Not to mention Fort Campbell, Kentucky, U.S. Army base, air assault, airborne, knew I was not supposed to be on the stand because the military takes care of their own. And I had to do a state case with Montgomery County, Nashville as well, and Fort Campbell, which I was pregnant and still postpartum because Marcus was only 5 weeks old when the incident occurred. That's why I said I am one paid individual, and the letter still stands that Sheila Deshawn Rawls respectfully took upon herself, who have been manipulating the mail since then, on top of that, with Regina and James Taylor. So y'all eating really good off a fucking hog off of my accord. So anyone looking to convince otherwise, you might want to fucking pipe down. Because if I have to go back to an earlier court date, actually 3 other ones, the one from 1996, the one from 2001, and then again in 2009, once they had finally figured out I had went to the army, okay? So when we're going to sit here and play, so Florida, the state of Florida, which I know for a fact that all I have to do is find the basic rules and regulations of how you withheld information that should have been to my fucking door 10 months ago. Regarding the case that you feel that is secretly, regardless if you want to go ahead, it's a psychosis. The psychosis seem a whole lot of bit too fucking accurate to the T of the people of I am pronouncing, down to churches, down to people who have the authority or the say so to go ahead to allow these people to do as they do. See, gaslighting only works effectively to those who do not know what gaslighting is. Some people take it serious. Others be like, oh, that's not a thing. It's only not a thing until it's not taken into consideration. But now it's a lot of people having to say, well, wait a minute. So such and such, my brother got locked up because of this. And my such and such got, most of the time, half of you people, even if it's a fucking petty crime, most of the time you can only supposed to be serving fucking 20, like I would say not even 20 months, 2 months, 20 days, probation, community service, depending on the behavior and what it is that you intentionally did and who you did it to. There's a lot of laws that a lot of people sit here and play on a lot of people, especially people that are immigrants, and especially if you're a person of color. Definitely if you fucking Hispanic and you still got a fucking accent, oh, they play y'all motherfuckers hard than a bitch. They play y'all hard. But back to the consideration of what I was saying at the very beginning, the laws that do protect people of, pregnant statures, let me go ahead and give you that. House Bill 461. Some of you that if they call you in to do jury duty or let alone be on that, you can still use House Bill 461 if you're in the state of Florida. Whatever state that you in, you need to figure out what is your CS and HB law or regulation from your Senate or your state that will allow you to not be on the stand for you to be questioned. Any person in those states of first trimester to 27 weeks, most of the time, depending on if you are with multiples or any of those such, they are not to question you. And if they are to question you and it's actually very prevalent for them, the judge is the only person allowed to speak to you. Meaning, the attorneys, the judge are allowed to be in those rooms, but you can stay in the comfort of your home so they do not take out of discomfort, especially those who end up on bed rest. You had to have a DNC or whatever, and say it's a court case. You could be even having a simple fucking divorce case, and they know that you just recently went through those things, which is traumatizing, and them questioning you in a traumatized state is illegal. Because at that point, they are literally abusing the system and they're abusing their authority to utilize anyone that's in a traumatic, grieving, or a very vulnerable state to question them. Because that person can say anything. They can do anything. Especially if you got the R word done to you. You witness M's because you got PTSD. There is a particular procedure in accordance that these judges and attorneys and prosecutors are meant to follow whenever they are questioning you, cross-examining you. And most of the time, these cases are not meant to be private. It can be done public. However, the way the questions must be asked or ran, it must be done by the judge. So any questions are cross-examined. They can say, hey, Your Honor, can we do this? Can we do that? They can ask the questions to the judge. The judge is the only person to ask, aka basically those persecution people or whoever is on the board, they are only allowed to act and basically play as AKA mediators in the situation, okay? So regardless of who the client may be, you could be the defendant, you could be the petitioner, or whatever the case may be in a court case. Most people take the benefit of the doubt to utilize and abuse that. So they know that when they do this and how they're doing it, it's illegal. I know that. But it's just like, shit, Sharita, just sit back and relax. See how far they're going to take your bank situation first. Secondly, see how many fucking police or sheriff people that you're going to see on your radar, regardless if I just take a simple walk, which I spotted a sheriff yesterday going down my block, which he was intending to turn down my street. But once he realized, like, hey, they had to go ahead and send the description, which is this Bavard 4746 police car called his own buddy to say, hey, she left the house. She was going for a walk, which phone records will show that somebody that could be local PD that called somebody in the sheriff department to say exactly descriptively and sent their own people out to describe exactly, confirmation of what I was wearing, what direction I was walking, which they have to make it very clear to create the illusion. And we're going to keep going in the opposite direction of where they are, which most of the time they will post up in certain corners to make sure that, hey, did they see me? Did they not see me? Which they will go ahead and call their off-duty people. This shit been done for years. Again, I remember seeing this when this motherfucker worked for Winter Park, Sanford, and Ocoee. That was the beauty of watching the motherfucker work. I do want to go to work with you, Uncle Shane. Knowing damn well I ain't trust that motherfucker, but I needed to know how the fuck his job worked. I was only 14 years old, but at least I had enough fucking common sense to realize and go ahead and dig into deep. Because mind you, I literally had just got a charge at fucking 15, which they tried to seal that case in Shalimar, right? Which caused them to go ahead and do not only one, not two, but 3 federal questioning, which I've had to talk to feds, which I know what a real fed, and I know what the men in black look like, how they come in and question you, which I was questioned from people on higher ups. Will your case be a reason of us having to deal with that while you were in service when I was originally trying to go to the Navy? Not the Army. The Marines already had told me no after I had got that security clearance from the Navy. And because once I realized 18 months in, and then after I had to do that security clearance and talk to these people, and they were all in the same building at this time, okay? All of them were in the same building. And this was on the west side of Colonial at that time where they had the station. They had the Navy and then they had the Marine station. I wanted to go to the fucking Marines because I had so much energy. But at that time, I still had hormones from the abortion that I had that year, okay? But you want to know, like I said, his excuse was, oh, your hips will be the reason because you will have to get taped. I didn't care about getting taped, but I knew I was still getting shape, right? But he knew that he was told that if I went into the fucking Marines, they knew what's up, right? At that point, we knew we would have this type of machine. Once they got my results and my blood results from Tampa MEP station, that was around the same time when I went into the Marines place to say, he was like, hey, what you say your name is? Because at first when I came in just to talk to him, but then he sat down for a second, he thought about it. He said, let me run your name through the database real quick. Who are you? And once he did that, he was like, look, I don't want to be mean or nothing like that, but it's just your hips. And it was a black recruiter, Marine recruiter at that. You know what I'm saying? So let's make this very, very much clear, because at that same time with the testing and stuff like that, and me having to ask them about the ASVAB, because I was like, hey, the way that they're questioning this stuff is something, mind you, I'm still having the brain of high school, but they knew at that time I had the level for intelligence. Like, shit, if we let her into this, we got a problem. You see? So a lot of people, Tennessee is in the building. What's up, Tennessee? What's up, Kennedy Law Firm? Shit, they fit to come get me. You know it with that damn toupee. The audacity for you. And then you be loving to wear your little fucking Shriner and Mason rings and shit. Don't talk to the police. You right. We don't fuck with the police. Cause the police be the motherfuckers doing the most fucking treacherous shit. But the only way they can carry it out is if they got a fucking buddy. Oh, my buddy said that we can go ahead and do this. Well, your buddy just got your ass fed time. So from Destin, Fort Walton, Niceville, Florida, it's like this motherfucker really been, ain't shit over here in fucking Florida I don't know about shit. All the way up to fucking Marietta, Georgia. Which supposed to have been a secret. And it's like, well, I be. Hot dog, hot diggity dog, cotton picking, rice picking, country ball fucking picking, all the fucking Geechee motherfuckers couldn't even do it. The love motherfuckers sit here like, oh my goodness. What did we do? You chose the wrong motherfuckers. Because you have to see all the people. Shit, if you gave Shaquetta and whatever fucking last name she chose from Claxton or Clayton fucking Georgia, I don't know what the fuck made you get that goofy ass motherfucker. She was a hoe before she was anything. And then the audacity to put that shit on me. No sir, no man. We wasn't ever the fucking same. What else laws and regulations did I pull up today? Let me get y'all these other laws and regulations that y'all can look into too. So like I said, up to 6 months postpartum. Person the age over 70 years old who has been or within the past 2 years served a federal jury. A person who served as a volunteer firefighter. So these are the people that they looking at right now of why they got them involved in this shit. To go ahead and not to be able to speak. So the people that they were sitting to come around when I was over there at the Days Inn hospice, hospice. Or, oh shit, that includes, so the Days Inn hotel over there by the underpass off of OBT and the Polynesian Inn. They both have ties, right? But this is one thing where the police in St. Cloud, Kissimmee, the transition housing, and then the motherfuckers in Orange County, which they felt that they could still go undercover because with, you know, Orange County, which made it very fucking worse for Osceola. Why were you not in your jurisdiction? There's plenty Dominican, Puerto Ricans, food places. There's even fucking more over there on that side in a fucking Osceola. Why would you always wanted to go to Tucasa? And then it was like they made it their business to make it known that they were there. And then it was just like when I would go eat there, I was just like, the certain people who were there, I was like, yeah, y'all covering for somebody. And I'm not that one body person that you was going to keep trying to send in your people from these concrete companies, these roofing companies. It will be certain men that they will send in that is very known for going ahead and paying for their women or paying for, you know what I'm saying? And then when they would realize like, they said that this person do this and we ain't got to do this. And when they realized like, oh, she ain't really on that type of time. And then the conversations that I was having, it's like, no, she ain't one of those. So somebody lying. So ever since then that I had left, most of them discovered that shit, November, December? More heavily, they noticed it around January, February, or right before I left because it was like, shit, where the fuck she go? For me to know and you still hunting to find out, which most of you have found out considering most of the people I saw yesterday. So I was like, they back to their bullshit again because they hoping that I'll go ahead and pack up the shit, right? Then they gonna go ahead and get the police officer. Hey, Trail, this is where she got her rental car from. We already in the back of the phone. This is where she got her rental car, or this is where she got her U-Haul, Penske, whatever the fucking case may be. In order for you to know that, you must be in the back of the phone. In order for you to do that, you must have access to the service provider. Duh. So nothing has been elaborate because they pulled the same shit in fucking Puerto Rico. So it's a repetitive pattern. But it also shows the key players in this shit, right? And a lot of the cars and the people that were doing, I was like, shit, these be motherfuckers that need that car insurance. So they recently been helping people get some State Farm. Well, most of them that they can afford under business accounts is Geico. Geico and Progressive are the main ones that they will do business accounts where they can do a large batch order of car insurance. So Geico has always been one of those for like years. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I can see if they can just go ahead and do what it is that they do, but who gives a shit? Which also gave me the key clue about people that could be excused from certain court cases is or served on federal jury, and a person who served as a volunteer firefighter or members of a rescue squad or an ambulance crew. EMTs, right? You know what was always next door to me at the venue, right next to the Days Inn off of 441, 1792 in OBT? The venue, a nursing home. They wouldn't suspect it's us doing this. They wouldn't suspect it's the garbage company that was doing. But I'm a billion% sure if any federal person actually went to go do their due diligence and went to go talk to any of these people from November to up to April 3rd, and you pull their phone records and see that even if you went to fucking Metro PCS is ran by the state government. And it's ran by, most of the time, the police department do have access, mainly the sheriffs. Okay, any detective department has access to those records. So regardless of what phones and whatever social security, because most of the time it's reused numbers, right? If the person's on Medicaid, right, or they have some kind of particular insurance, they can get those phones for free. Isn't that? Isn't that? Right, Jerry? Huh? Right, Connor? Right? So most of the time, in order for them to get access to particular poisons, either they're a person that works in economics, a chemist lab, a factory, or pest control, right? So in order to do chemical warfare, those are the main people that would have access to those type of toxins, right? That's the main reason why whenever they say they're doing bombings into certain apartments where there's infestation and they make you leave, is because of those particular chemicals that they use. And most of the time that those chemicals that they use is retired on veteran places, Orkin, Terminex, or you'll see any company with an LLC. Just see what ties. Most of them, oh, we're Christian based. Them be the main ones that they go ahead and do what it is that they do. DeSantis, are you shocked too? You would have had a better chance to not have turned your eye and told them to go ahead and run my damn money. Because we trying to run her mind to the ground. We're trying to make her stressed out. Shit, if anything, y'all giving me the most excitement I've ever fucking had in a long ass time. My brain is actually stimulated. Because for the average person, this shit would have stressed them the fuck out, gave them a heart attack. They would have been depressed. Like, oh my gosh, this stuff won't stop. Shit, I already know I can't trust nothing 5-0 around this bitch. Nowhere in the state of fucking Florida at that. Because how many times did y'all redivert my FBI fucking claims, even though it still has to hit the system because it is a government site? So most of those veterans that you sat there and, got involved, half of them are sitting back like, wait a motherfucking minute. I thought you said, because there's a whole bunch of conversation going on, but I thought you said somebody's name is Nate or Nathaniel. I thought you said, well, we see that they also looking into law, they looking into cybersecurity, they looking into all of this, like, how was they supposed to know this? Well, considering that y'all was still trying to check my levels from what y'all had did back in December to make sure, hey, did she, miscarry? Was it fully out of her system? We took that report and took that word off of her kid from last year. You know, her child was saying that, oh, she wasn't emotional, she wasn't considerate. If I had to Baker Act my own fucking child because she tried to attempt on her life, that is a parent that's actually giving a shit about her kid. If they're saying that she needs this and off of evaluation and based off of a school, because where the school she was going, and even those women that had to come into the room and they realizing like, hey, yo, mommy's ready to wild the fuck out on the grandmom. But they knew that the grandmama, Sheila Deshawn Ross, was in the fucking wrong. Who are you to keep intervening? And when they seen that, a lot of them have been sitting back and they remember that conversation like, yeah, the grandmom was doing this. So it's a whole lot of conversation going the fuck on, and they have to sit there and be like, yeah, the grandmom did overstep her boundaries. She did not have no business to doing that, because those were counselors. Those were school psychologists. Those were people that had to call the state and everything else involved. And with them realizing at the same time, hey, isn't that the parent? You're just a grandparent. Well, Sheila's favorite thing. I have grandparents' rights. I'm going to take you to court. Bitch, you've been the one running half of the dumb shit. And for them to fucking believe your bitch ass, that's why your ass sitting there and, I don't know. Her favorite fucking excuse for anybody doing the dirty shit for the bitch. And if you still laying up with her dirty ass, you know, my arthritis, but I think it's fibromyalgia. Your only fucking living of life is to talking on the phone about, oh, my body hurt, but your body ain't hurting, your fucking mouth don't hurt, because you already know, Sheila, you had to pay every fucking body because you knew I would have rocked your shit. But I'm calm. I digress off of that dirty bitch. How dare you fucking make my kids believe I didn't give a shit when I was fighting for them. But show how much fucking loyalty do you even have to anybody but you. Cream, right? Dollar bills, y'all. It's about the money at the end of the day. Ain't no different from me watching fucking Redman give out and paraphrase the same fucking message that I've been saying, but you want to stop my views. Go ahead and pay me for intellectual property while the fuck you at it. Because watermarking your videos and giving that video to another person and say, hey, I need you to go ahead and say this to black women in general, that all my black queens and women, 'tis the season that a lot of people going missing. And I quote, never insult someone's intelligence when I already know what kind of move you're going to make. Don't be stupid. The algorithm works in people's benefit to tell them who watches them. Nothing come across your social media, YouTube, or any platform unless they're already watching you. Stupid. Like I said, I could have been any fucking thing I put my mind to if I had the right fucking people in my corner. And God forbid that it is a real fucking biological father of mine. That nigga ain't mine. Because that's why that man, he got to pay every single last one of y'all and give y'all fucking intel to try to figure out how can we make her seem incompetent. Because it seems like I'm beyond competent at this point. The IQ is a little bit way too much for comfort off the chart for a lot of these motherfuckers. Because if you got to hire people that are philosophers, psychologists, and people with fucking PhDs and degrees having to come down and be like, damn, she know what she talking about. It's all intact. But then you attack because the people that you're dealing with and you're doing work with, they the real fucking psychopaths. But it's like, damn, if I chose to be, I would be. And considering that I said last night, y'all lucky that all the shit that you did is grounds for anybody. And I mean, even if the person was the most gold heart of the world would even see like that is ground where you should be collecting blood from every single fucking person involved. I just don't feel the need to waste my time. They don't know no better, but their time is on the limit. They hit a clock every time they come for me. Your stop clock comes every time you do it to me. So like I said, at this same time, with all this moving around, It's 8 hours remaining on the clock, 10 minutes counting to the 7 hour. But you convincing that these people put their job titles, which you told the people from the fire department, which the cameras are still rolling from the smoke detector, which still have to be marked off by who? Fire marshals, right? Unless you can become a retired fire marshal or a police chief can run their company independently, where they can check it for commercial or, residential places. You must have been a police chief in a position or had ties to who? A commissioner. Common sense. But again, I have to always remember, Sharita, your common sense is not the fucking average person's common sense. Even average people carry a fucking PhD. But you allowing a fucking woman in her feelings? Well, she should shoot them, yeah, and that. They're watching your every move. So every fucking woman on commission board, Senate, going ahead and Senate and running for certain campaigns, you are on a watch. Because if I don't know anything about certain men, they don't like bitches that feel like they can overstep a boundary. And what I do know about a man don't like to be disrespected or lied to about another fucking woman. And they realize that whoever it is that you lied to about a woman and they see otherwise, ma'am, you got a problem. A lot of you bitches were married. You won't be married after tonight. It's going to be a whole bunch of arguing and fighting amongst a bunch of marital homes. Amongst a lot of marital homes that, oh, well, we used to do all this together. And God forbid, shit, don't ever allow me to be an attorney and that man say, shit, I'll wait till she get her shit because I'll make sure that man get every fucking penny earned from your dirty ass. Especially if I ever fucking figure out it ain't going to be a conflict of interest on my part. Because you got to remember, I didn't know you. I don't know you. It can never be a conflict of interest. We ain't no friends. We wasn't having no family members. You was just a bitch that went on ahead trying to harass, stalk, abuse, steal, and understand, unalive me at the same time. So I feel like I'm going to have more fun in your case. And even though I know his ass don't deserve to go ahead and win the case, I'm going to make sure that he wins regardless. Just because I don't like your ass. And it's a lot of bitches that do that shit, including judges. I don't like her. So I want to make sure that she doesn't get her paperwork. I want to make sure that the bailiff doesn't make it there. I'm going to make sure that we give them the wrong directions. We'll make sure that we just only talk to their parents. Them ain't no motherfucking parents to me because ain't none of them take care of me. Shit, they were my first bullies. They were my first abusers. They were my first ones to get me trafficked. So you ain't doing shit new. We ain't in Lawton, Oklahoma, and this ain't Native Son. And they took down Native Son a long time ago just to put up the motherfucking casinos. So a lot of you funding the money through casinos anyway. 12, the popos. Some of you retired veterans. Some of you was in Viet Cong. Some of you was in the Korea War. Some of you served in Gulf, Bosnia, Iran before. Most of the people you starting to give these offers to, they like, I don't want no parts. Because they sit here watching this shit like, I don't even want to do that. And to the teacher, and to the person who was born in the month of July, who just tried to pay somebody is literally a 4th to the 7th grade teacher. Somebody could be a 1st grade or a kindergartner teacher. Miss Cricky, you would have had a better chance by speaking up. But instead, nah, y'all want to do other shit. August. I can see why little buddy shit, he needed to change. He wanted to go ahead and make sure his business is running. He wanted to make sure that all you other motherfuckers, one thing for certain, two things you could be for sure. Mr. Gomez didn't ever make sure he made sure I got what I wanted. What's that nickname? Big Baby. He's stingy with y'all, but I wasn't ever been the one that he'd be stingy with. I still got what I want. Whether he had to go ahead and lie, steal, connive, and go ahead and make it his business, I still got what I want. And don't ever compare yourself to me. Even though James Henry Taylor V ass might have been gay, he probably was mean as fuck, which makes sense why his ass was mean. He just wanted he wanted to get to his boyfriends. But at the same time, James Henry Taylor V still made sure that if I'm in that picture, James know to act the fuck right. Any of my other fucking baby daddies, let me walk amongst the room. Them niggas get act right. Don't ever compare yourself to how the men ever treated me. They might have did some dirty shit, but at the same time, they know to keep a distance. That's why they allow y'all dumbasses to do what you do, because they know for a fucking fact if you come into my line of view, not only him, he trying to save you, boo. Them trying to save you, boo. It ain't the other way around. So now a lot of people are realizing that these so-called relatives that's doing the shit that they doing, it's like shit. Oh, they talking shit to the wrong ones, and we know for a same fact it's in her. I want her. So killing my confidence, good fucking luck with that. You can just delay. It's just pissing me off. But the more you piss me off, the more you're giving me free play to go ahead and relay to the public, even if it's a criminal, to go ahead and get their freedom papers out of this shit. But I'm pretty sure with the freedom papers, they willing to give up the motherfuckers that got them involved in this. Like, how dare this police officer blackmail me? How dare this judge and lawyer? Oh, yeah. Half y'all motherfuckers was getting set up since fucking November. A lot of y'all was really coming around fucking February and March when they realized what type of bullshit y'all was on. A lot of y'all police officers, sheriffs, lawyers, and judges, y'all been getting crossed over for the last at least 9 weeks. They was getting their proof and evidence, and especially about 9 of you motherfucking females that's been trying to set up some shit is real immaculate, because they was getting their information about how y'all was doing shit about lab works and going ahead and putting false information, just trying to go ahead and manipulate it. Because even somebody have to sit back and be like, shit, I said all this shit that this bitch got this, and these motherfuckers sitting back like they getting the intel and scoop like, no, I had such and such put in her records that she got this and this and this. She really didn't have this, because she really do take care of her health, and she's very transparent and honest, and we was trying to do this and get away with this. But then when they realized, like, shit, like I said, when she was like, well, you know, he's over here sleeping with the same sex and stuff like that, it ain't for me to judge that fucking man. Are you giving it up or you not? Because what's mine is mine. I don't like to share. I don't share. And if I'm sharing, it's on like, hey, we gonna do it the right way. And if you can't do it the right way, and at least I'm gonna do it the right way where it's disease and drug free. But you gotta remember, half you motherfuckers, you had to go to a base head to get what you want. You had to go to a pill popper. You had to go to an alcoholic. You gotta go to a motherfucker that wanna argue and get you in and out of courts. I ain't with the nonsense. But if I'm gonna have that smoke, I'm gonna be about it. Cause it's gonna be one or two or the other ways. Where your mama at, sir? Cause now you acting like my son. And I'm gonna address your motherfucking mama. Check me and I'm gonna check you. And a lot of them like, yeah, she do. They love it here. I ain't with that toxic shit, but I'll correct some shit. That's the difference. See, laws and regulations, even down to the police things, like I said, the most beautiful thing of it was having the experience with police systems, having your run-in with the judicials in JAG, military police, and military court cases. That's been the beauty. You not know what's the beautiful thing when I was on Rear D 2009, 2010? Was that I had the office shared with our JAG. And then he switched over. He was a sergeant first class. Dowdy, it was Dowdy. And then I still remember his little blonde hair, blue-eyed ass. But he was sitting there, he would give me like little intel, little things like this. And plus, I was the one that they always trusted to do paperwork, organize and shit like that. And once he realized, like, goddamn, why you didn't get the, well, if he would have just gave me the chance to sit down with him to figure out how I could have gotten to the law in the military, y'all knew, y'all knew. Because at that point, I was with 105th Battalion, 101st. Who we had, Warrant Officer Maxwell, who left to go to the Philippines and shit. Arroyo couldn't stop cheating on his motherfucking wife. Shit. But the audacity to play with me, I'm pretty sure they probably been got divorced. I was just trying to stay for the kids. Pregnant and all. That motherfucker was fiending for it, but I ain't ever give it up. But y'all have the audacity to try to make me be out to be what the fuck y'all was. That was the craziest shit for me. Drinking, y'all can have that. Smoking, y'all can have that. Even though Mary Jane was very useful for me to stay stable, it's just like, it ain't worth it because the fact that these motherfuckers was willing to poison my shit, cool. So even if it was a mental condition, now you created a PTSD. Who would want to take medication? Who want to seek therapy after you made every fucking way and cause to cause the person to not even want to fucking do it? That's called personal injury. Ain't no mistaking it. That is personal injury with ill intent. Y'all know it. I know it. So we can still fucking carry on. I'm annoyed as shit. But shit, like I said, this is the most mental stimulation I've had in ages. Because why? It's causing me to do the actual fucking detectives that should be doing their work. I'm doing the detective's job. I'm doing the fucking judge and the jury's job. It's a beautiful thing. This is exciting for me. Where I should be fucking crying and depressed. No, it pisses me off, but also it still shows that I have feelings. I'm human. I'm sensitive. I can own that because that's a natural thing for a woman with a vagina that was born with one. Not one that want to get surgery to get one. You see the difference? She's hard to deal with. It's a woman. You're intimidated by a fucking woman being fucking a real woman, but also having to be her own man. This is what it looks like when a woman has to be her own man and still be a woman at the same time. The same way y'all wanted to play with phone calls and stuff like that, but the only way to do that, and I'm looking up to see where is the number going, that just means it's being done from the provider. So even if they went, because my number do show on the VA record, my address is updated on the VA record, and they trying to say they contacted me multiple times. You mean the one time that you called? I make sure I don't delete those. Okay. So those lethal things that you was doing, somebody's name is Leto. So Tiffany Reyes, Carlos Matos, Amber Woodard. Somebody's last name is Dorsey. So all of that plan, we can do this. I just need to know whoever the police officer that stay over here in the preserve leaf. Count your days, baby. Because you turned the other cheek while you knew something criminal was happening. And instead of you reporting it and saying, hey, no, guys, I don't think this is a good idea. You know that I'm by myself. You know it's a single woman. And you allowed that to happen? You don't think, baby, that's your badge and that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Don't drop the soap. I want everybody involved. Shit. You and the wife. And as Casey said, yeah, we do have one. You know, he takes our noise complaints and things of that such. You know, we just try to have them keep it to a minimum because he do have two small children. Well, apparently he ain't give a fuck about them two small children once you took money to turn your head to a criminal act which you supposed to report in and tell. So even if you knew you couldn't tell your precinct, you still had the authority and the access to give it to a Fed. And you chose not to. The Wyoming group, Sheridan, Wyoming, Veterans Affairs, medical group, but you're supposed to be doing a theory that PTSD could be cured. How the fuck can it be cured if you fucking still intentionally causing more drawn out trauma? So if anybody curing that shit, that means I have the cure, not you. Whoever this person, they could have a birthday either towards the end, I'm going to say from the 25th of September to the 19th of October. It's a male that's in the law or judicial system. They could live over here in this community too. Or it has some ties to somebody in August that they did in last August or July, or could recently talk to somebody back then, or recently between January, February, and March. I'm seeing June is off the table, so this month is very prevalent. I'm telling you, in the next 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours, somebody gonna see. Cause I'm seeing somebody getting a fucking text message. Also, Tennessee motherfuckers like, look, well, we need to give this motherfucker cause I don't even know why the fuck you helped Regina and James Henry when you already knew his ass was already caught up in cases from when he was at Austin P. Didn't he have some actual assault cases when he was at Austin P college? And y'all try to cover it up to like, oh, it was an assault because of the name, the family name. Yeah. Also, he was caught up with messing with a minor, either smoking and drinking with a minor. And like I said, when I called his ass at that time with that boy in my house, and when I was getting ready to move, I was making sure that stick and move. Like he had to get out of my motherfucking house. And ever since then, this motherfucker wanted to create a crime of passion. He loved to pick his victims. So anybody that was dealing with him, of course he was going to trick off on y'all and make it seem like he got it. He was the one actually helping y'all, him and whoever this Taurus female or male was, to help y'all figure out how to move these weapons and shit. Y'all sitting here watching from a distance trying to figure out shit, how much of this she was gonna figure out. That's why when Deuce came along, all I needed to do was watch his movements. Now, was that like Evil Twin and Evil Twin? Goddamn, you evil too? When that motherfucker picked that up, like, yeah, sir, shit you just don't do. I'm cool with it, but shit, I'll cut you off. And it's like half these motherfuckers, you gotta understand, it ain't hitting like that. Ain't none of that shit worth me going crazy. That's why I said a lot of this shit for these motherfuckers to get into this energy, I choose who I want to lay up with. It ain't the other way around. So when Mike Lawrence Alexander and James Henry Taylor decided to go ahead and do their collaboration because he got his people from the Cars, and they figured out who was going to be their Spanish friend, which was Angel Espy. You know what I'm saying? And then the people tied to the church and shit like that, it was too easy to figure out who was who. And you give a motherfucking chump change, so anybody, y'all did half this shit for what? $1,200 a month, $8,000. Some of them, whoever was carrying out the websites and shit like that, you was getting what? 6 bands, 3 bands. But is it worth your ass getting ready to get hit with Fed time? I really hope it's not, because a lot of you motherfuckers had chances to speak up because I didn't treat you how you was told. I wasn't talking down on none of you anything. I was giving you constructive criticism. I was assertive. Don't nobody like an assertive fucking female and getting they fucking feelings more than a passive aggressive ass bitch or a motherfucker that's so passive. I gotta keep my man. I gotta be here. You doing all this shit just to say you married, bitch, and he cheating on your ass every fucking night. We looking at the side bitch or his side man every fucking day. Your ass like, I don't know why he don't love me. Bitch, you wasn't loved from the get-go. You just don't know how to fucking let go. Cause who's gonna take care of me? Well, shit, if you knew how to take care of your fucking self, then your ass wouldn't be crying and getting mad about it. And then you get mad and you know which men you can manipulate and get them fucked up in his head to make him think otherwise. That is all this other stuff. No, sugar plum. I'm not fit to go out here and beg no man, tell him, hey, I'm your peace, I'm your world, you know I was better for you. Sir, show me what you rather do so I can go do what I have to do. Cause shit, for one of you is, for one motherfucker that's ready to hit the door is 10 more fucking waiting. Waste your money on me because clearly every man that I already see, she loves to spoil them. But I won't do that shit again because a man got to prove to me, are you even worth my fucking time? And even then, you got one thing only. You only useful for me for one thing only. That's it. Go ahead and get the rocks off or have a baby. Nothing more, nothing less. Because half of them don't even stay there no way. What's his name that just had T that do the certain things that he was giving advice and then he finally came out like, yeah, we just had our baby. And then he finally announced that he was gay and shit like that. Like, motherfucker, we knew that, but shit, you used the marriage and all this other stuff on my wife and she's trying to handle this. Okay. Like I said, a man is only useful for one thing. They got sperm, I got eggs. I need a kid, are you in? And most of the time they ain't in it to win it. And the men that actually in it to win it with their kids, they with their kids. They make it their business to make sure their schedule is altered to the motherfucking kids and to their wives. You know who love their wives and their kids. But some of y'all bitches be so unappreciative of a man willing to do that. He's gone too long. So you cheating on him while he at work? You are dirty. And then you expect for me to have sympathy for you when these men wilding out, beating on y'all and all. I'm not able to do that. Because there's some women that's getting that shit done to them that didn't even deserve it. But where were y'all at to, well, she the one that stayed and she was the one. Now it's the ones that sitting there that already been through the shit, that recognize the shit, that try to help y'all to get through the shit. But you gotta remember, you was talking shit on them. It's still fucking females sitting here reporting back to motherfuckers that you should have been. Hey, Rita, how you managed to get out of that? Larissa Wright, to this day, her ass was sitting there getting her ass beat with all 6 of them motherfucking boys until she finally fucking wising up and went on ahead. And like I told her, you on Medicaid, they will pay for them fucking programs for your ass to get a job. Get the job, take the motherfucking kids and don't look back. But I love them. Bitch, that ain't love if you getting your ass beat on and disrespected every fucking day. You allowed that. I was smart enough to know I allowed that motherfucker to disrespect my house. When I let his ass leave the first time, I should have left his ass the fuck alone. That was on me to take his ass to fucking Puerto Rico to do what the fuck he needed to do even more freely. And then to add more fucking people into the fucking situation. Now all of these motherfuckers sitting here and trying to figure out, he just knew y'all was stupid enough to do it. He knew he just couldn't get Rita to do the shit. You see the difference? Y'all was the dummy to do this shit, so now he can talk to you any kind of way. He can deal with y'all any kind of fucking way. He disrespecting the fuck out of y'all. He probably pissed off like a motherfucker because I need my freedom. I need my hugs. I need my booty feel. Now he messing with any Tom, Dick, Harry, Susie, Q, and the rest of the motherfucking crew. Probably losing his motherfucking shit because I won't ever fucking deal with his ass again. That's y'all problem, not mine. But you expect for me to be mad? Nah, baby. I ain't ever been mad or judged him. Shit, he could sit there and say, honestly, that was the only one that allowed me to be me. It was, but you wanted to lie. I don't like liars. I don't like being lied to my face. And especially if I confront you as a grown-ass man and I ask you straight up and you avoid the question or you definitely try to skip over to the next thing, you lied to me. I don't like a liar. Shit, at least Mike was smart enough to say, hey, she getting close to about to ask me something. I'ma move around. But even Mike, as a married man, and I ain't ever crossed that boundary, but he knew that I knew something was up. But he knew by looking at me and by I treated every fucking person in that building, she come with love. She'll spoil a man. She'll love on a man. She love the kids. She wouldn't harm no kid. If she was a quitter, she would have did everything that she did just to make sure she was here. See the difference? And a lot of you hoes getting mad because these men are starting to speak like, yeah, she a tough cookie. She did go through some shit. Even though they were part of the shit that they caused and started. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? You Betsy, bitch, your ass in there. You Betsy Alamo. Dogs barking is a confirmation. That allows me to know that it's like, oh shit, yeah, you was part of the false investigation. You Mariella Marcella, whatever the fuck her name is. As a matter of fact, what names did we have on that list? But it's mostly over here, right? Somebody's name is Kalia. All right, we got 1955. A person that will be passing in 11 hours. Brevard police that lives over here near me getting arrested. PHA Mason lodges are under investigation and all their donation ties as well. So any state that have PHA Black Masonry or Shriner lodges are being investigated, and any money given to any all Black fraternities, sororities, or college universities are being investigated. Any and all Hispanic law firms, deputy judges, military people are under investigation. In the next 11 hours to the next 77 hours, there will be arrest warrants for up to 37 people. 2 major hitter people will be up there, okay? Under and be arrested, and some of them will be arrested by Thursday, including those who had ties with Puerto Rico. Someone in 1994 will be passing or being arrested. A lesbian couple will be being arrested. Pest control and ties being arrested today or by the end of this day. DeSantis gonna be having to denounce or be moved from either resign or remove certain people from positions, meaning he's going to have to speak outwardly about certain people resigning. People will be having questions about this due to the fact he gave warnings this month, does not do his job, or will be public by July in the middle of an interview right along with Rubio. Okay, Paula Kane White, whatever her new fucking last name is, her husband Ben fucking gave that ass up. He been playing a good one. That motherfucking shit. I see why he had that bitch from Hollywood. If you look at the wife he had before he married Paula, don't they have a resemblance? But what was the wife he had before he married Paula? She was in the adult industry. Carry on. Carry on. It ain't no coincidence. Because it just means you got a little freak in you. And on top of that, the mother husbands was willing to speak up right along with your children. So remember, what it is that you do unto others, come back on to you, right? But July, but hers is going to carry on out for a little bit more. Will be talked about when she's arrested in September and broadcasted November 15, 2025, using Ocoee, Apopka, Ocala, the villages, and the government to commit a RICO. And most of it is going to be about your girl taking out children. Somebody's last name is Childress. All Veterans Affairs that have access right along with the Taylor Parhams or anybody associated with Memphis, Chattanooga, Nashville, Clarksville, Tennessee, Ashland as well will be going to prison finally by this summer. 6/17 is heavy on the 6/17/2025. Okay, In the next 11 hours and forward, they are going to be arresting the ones that they know that's going to tell on these people. So a lot of these people that they already have been watching, that they know for a fact, will be like, shit, I didn't. I'm hearing a lot of people say, I didn't know. You know, even down to the people that they were telling to give, you know, fake love offers and all this stuff like that. The police officers, somebody could be trying to drown somebody at this time. A female. Snaking somebody. Like, it's like, shit. I mean, certain things you can fix. It's like certain shit you can fix, but shit, I'm the type of person you have to talk to me. But lying to me, nah, baby. Already, but the fact that you had a baby or whatever, and then it's like someone can convince you to unalive somebody based off a lie, that's crazy. Somebody want to communicate because it's like, shit, you getting too close to whatever it is. Someone could be an advocate. Let me see. Someone could be like Afro, like Latino, or a part of the Afro community, or diaspora, so Brazilian, Portuguese, so forth, or whatever. Someone also is part of music production. It's like, shit. Someone do own a yacht or a boat. Shit, I don't know if she gonna take this. I don't know. I'm gonna make sure they have this for the next 8 to 10 months, though. You should have been did that. Hurry up, cause I got shit to do. And if you putting a motherfucker up, put me up and make sure it's paid. That's part of your fucking contract. Cause I know once I decide to leave, it's gonna be a flood somewhere. That 100-mile radius of wherever I decide to leave from is going to be a flood. And then it's going to be like a plague that's going to hit a lot of fucking people. Also, it's going to be some people going to get hit with like fucking pneumonia. I'm hearing something about a rock slide or something breaking down. Like pipes bursting or something. What is it? Mono? Matson, Mateos, Matos, something like that. Yo estoy cansada de todos los gringos. Yo no pienso que ellos hablan conmigo así. And, honey, that's what the fuck you get. Under the sea, somebody's name is Sebastian. Someone ended up getting like the results and they found it. I got an idea. I'm going to relay this information to them because they do deserve to know. The Veterans Affairs have me on this because, like I said, y'all know illegally, y'all going ahead and put up this situation talking about you didn't know where I was from February 14th. Y'all did that on Valentine's Day? Come on now. And it was from Sheila, another female, and then y'all took off the word of a lie of somebody that I was dealing with. They was not my man. That was not my boyfriend. That was nothing. That was a contract. That was business. So I can't ever say that that was something of mine. That was business. But shit, somebody fucking telling it too. And it's fit to be a hailstorm about a lot of people who, I'm telling you, it's fit to be more fucking men looking out for me than anything. And it's always been fucking like that. But I ain't got to sleep with them for them to help me. That's the difference between me and a lot of you bumming fucking females. I ain't got to sleep with these men. Have fucking dignity and respect. I got a husband. Don't nobody want a wife dealing with that. Shit, most of them actually do. They just don't like it coming from you. You're easy. They can tell you anything. Like that man being under anesthesia. Like, see, that's why I love you, because you stupid. Getting them confessions when they under anesthesia and shit. Somebody's wife could be a RN or something like that, and will be taking advantage of somebody if you're going to the dentist or something like that, or you got to get some kind of procedure. This motherfucker fit to take advantage of that. Please, they probably end up figuring out who's at the staff or what hospital y'all had went to. And she went on ahead. That's why I don't like bitches that work with these associates and shit. That was getting a confession out of somebody for doing something. So y'all gotta be mindful of this. Oh, that's my baby. That's a, yeah, no, that baby trying to set y'all ass up. I'm telling you. And somebody gonna be like, what? A Gemini bitch. The Gemini, the apple of my eye. Cause baby, all my ancestor spirit team and squad that been with me, I only had spirit with me, baby. That's all I had. And I'm grateful for that. I'll stay in that all day. Shit, call me an overthinker to try to figure out what I'm thinking, man. Stay out my head. And you ain't gonna ever know that. Sorry, not sorry. I don't give a fuck if you go to the most Rita person, because they'll tell you it's complicated. I can't really tell because it seems like it's a lot going on. I know, right? So it's hard for them to even fucking figure it out and pinpoint. But some of these motherfuckers, you did this for chump change? Cause that hurt my feelings. That hurt my heart. You hurt my heart. It don't break. Love my heart, but please don't hurt it. Y'all motherfuckers out here, they can break your heart if they want to. Cause baby, now I really want to be a dog right now. But then it's like, it's not in my best interest. Cause you know you can read karma, Sharita, and your karma tends to be a lot harsher than the average person. So that's why do right by folks. If you ain't gonna do right, just don't talk to them or deal with them. And that's been the smartest thing I've ever done my whole life. Stay the fuck away from people. Mind your own business. Find you something better to do that entertain me. And I entertain myself. My kids were my little ghetto friends. That was all I needed was me, my kids, and maybe one day a man. But ain't man out here yet. I just be wanting to love on them. I just be wanting to caress them. Because shit, sometimes, you know, man, just be want to be loved on. They be wanting their face rubbed on. They want their head rubbed. They want their hands and feet rubbed just because. Baby, can you rub my leg? Can you help me stretch? I'm thirsty. No, they ass ain't thirsty. They just want to see you walk out of the room. But shit, I don't need no man that's going to be shy. If I want it, I want it. Drop him. But ain't none of them like that. Let me get the fuck out of my face. So I don't waste my time. So my own man and my own woman is peaceful. I like it. I ain't got to worry about sharing no covers. None of that shit. If I need that extra body weight, I'm going to get me a weighted fucking blanket. Get you a weighted blanket. So motherfucker don't want to be there and hold you, keep you comfortable, and make sure your feet stay warm. Get you a weighted blanket. Get your little heat pad, warm up your little feet until you get hot and take them all off and shit. And call it a day. Cause shit, I ain't the one to sit there and beg no man to try to say, I was here for you. And I was meant for you. Fuck no, that is a waste of flipping time. Okay, it's a waste of time. There's a lot of fucking crime going on right now. But a lot of you motherfuckers like, she ain't telling for what? A lot of y'all deserve to get out of this shit. A lot of y'all do deserve it because y'all didn't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all came with the false pretense and shit like that. So it's like, it's too easy to forgive y'all. It was business, cuz. But y'all would have had more fucking benefit if you just would have been like, let me just ask her straight up. Because she seemed cool than a motherfucker. I'm a big ass kid at heart. But now it's just like, I got to be cold to people. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm naturally just a mean little motherfucker, but I'm nice. It's like, how you mean and nice? It's a contradiction. It ain't meant for you to solve, but it's like, shit, which side did you want? Did you want my soft or you want the rough? A lot of motherfuckers, I'm guessing, in order for y'all to pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying, I have to be rough on y'all. I gotta be rough. I gotta be little baby old chipper OG. Hit the little crip rock and hit it with the blood. With, you know, what's up, C-Rabs? You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit y'all motherfuckers with that shit. I don't want to be that. We want to be lovable. But then it's like, we got to call the thug to come on in. Got to call Thug Life to come in and be. Here come Thug Life. Like, goddamn, I'm tired. Shit. I just be wanting to enjoy my little feminism and just be cute in my clothes. I can't be fucking cute in my clothes because y'all got hating ass hoes and stuff like that. That should be a bit annoying, don't you think? That shit get tired. But anyways, I ain't no tyrant. I'm a nice person when I want to be. Shit make me miss out on fucking Taco Tuesdays and shit like that. It was just like, I was emotional. And I had no business being emotional. Here go these motherfuckers getting on my goddamn nerves. Y'all getting on my nerves. Y'all be blessed though. But I hope some of that, y'all to look into, laws, jurisdictions, and shit like that. I'm telling y'all, go ahead and give me my damn master's degree in this shit. I'm telling you, law should be, law, cyber, and medicine. Because all that shit would have gave me a chance to, experience NASA. I'm meant to be not the fucking man on the moon, bitch. Send me to the motherfucking galaxies, okay? I'm trying to see what the fuck going on in Neptune and Saturn, okay? No, where the fuck is Pluto? Okay, I want to be on the spaceship, but shit, they say it takes a long time to come back, and then the recovery, you lose your muscles and shit. But hey, the aliens could probably tell us, the Galactic Federation could probably tell us what's up, what we need to do, so we ain't got to do all that. But we would, it requires you to be in shape and shit. I want you to be I ain't being nobody's sex slave, and that's what the hell you was trying to do. And this person supposed to be my goddamn parent, and you see me as that. You are disgusting, bro. It's motherfuckers that gotta be in this shit. It's like, would you do this to your daughters? And some motherfuckers like, hell no. But doing all this just to get involved in the clique, child, it ain't worth it. Yeah, something for to die out with this music industry. They cutting a whole bunch of ties. It's about 9 groups cutting ties. Like, give me my investment. Somebody also was trying to portray that they knew how to do something too. I'm telling you, some arrest warrants is going out. 7 hours. April showers bring me flowers. Everybody, I wouldn't be accepting flowers from people. Not at this time. Not that they just did what they did. I'll throw them fucking flowers in that person's face. Like, oh, okay, nice gesture. You're going to have to keep that. Because after what they just fucking did, like I said, I got PTSD like a motherfucker. This is literally personal injury. I can see why y'all went to the county and then the company, the providers, to have them reroute my phone calls. A jealous ass fucking female, whoever it was born on the 2nd, the 21st, the 12th, January, February, July, September, March. Baby, if you can't get your jealousy under control, do better. That's so unattractive. As a woman to be jealous of somebody else, like, ew. This is like a wannabe Mean Girls. And then on top of that, it's like, shit, Freeman already knew, like, they was gonna try to either they did take his ass out or they didn't, because he always gave me feminine quality. And anybody that played fucking football, most of the time people that be playing football, wrestling, soccer and stuff, they always, you know what I'm saying? What was that supposed to be about? Are we gonna shut down this so they don't be able to do this or that? Okay, now y'all seen it for yourself here on live. So, electrical. That's been the next one to try to refrain from being able to Allow someone to charge up their phone or something like that. These folks is just weird. They just do dumb shit. Like, I'm just annoyed. Like, it's some people that's like, I don't want no parts. Because some people been watching it. It's like, hold on. They starting to look into the damn laws they self. And they sit here like, I don't want no parts. Somebody's like, shit, I need to get to talking to her. Because shit, it's going to look like I got a motherfucking sugar daddy. Nah, you just go ahead and feed us what we need. Hey, shit, as long as you getting the money. You don't give a fuck about the rest of this shit. The sugar daddy with no sugar, shit, that's a win. Y'all over here gotta get worms and shit just to get it. Oh, sure, you gotta be nice, baby. Cause that was their next hit. Cause for them to do that shit while I'm on live, that was the stupidest move you could do. It's like, we're gonna shut down their system. We're gonna shut down their this so this doesn't work. We're gonna make sure that we sweat them out of their apartments. And then, come on, cuz y'all gotta do a lot better than that dumb shit. Let me just talk to him, man. Like, is there a chance? Well, shit, lie to your mama then. Should you lie to everybody else? Shit, you can't lie to that bitch. Let me be nice. Ogun. So, yeah, somebody trying to do that Santeria Bruja shit again. Here come these stupid fuckers. A Taurus, a Gemini, or a Capricorn female. Somebody has something wrong with their feet. I'm hearing plantar fasciitis. I hope it ain't you, Jose Ayala. That would be the dumbest shit that you could do, cuz I'm hearing y'all over here trying to do Cuban links. So someone could have recently bought a Cuban links chain. Also, the last name DeChaney. You don't hold rank. They done went to a fucking Viking motherfucker to look into, and they was like, she got rank. Even their gods. Their lords. Someone owns like a, somebody is drowning somebody. Someone is either trying to drown or set a fire. Somebody's birthday who's November, September, March, or July. Someone also, I'm telling you, someone is not going to get somewhere in fucking time. And I'm telling you, make a bold move. You will see me. I promise you. It's a policy. Somebody going to find the policy. And by the time I'm not Tennessee, get y'all asses to Tennessee. ASAP Rocky. This is a bitch that's going to try to pay somebody that's gang tied. Somebody's name is Todd, Torrance, Terrence, GD, James, Regina, Jasmine, Jarvis. I dare not none of y'all speak up. I didn't think he was going to do it. Lewis, Ricky, Deborah, Peppers, Scott. Why is Kanisha's name so fucking heavy in my fucking head right now? St. Louis. So y'all do have ties to Smino and Bryson Triller. How I know? Because in your uncle, your auntie Keisha, whoever was on your daddy's side, Ruben sitting there like, I didn't feel that y'all would do this shit. Because Uncle Ruben is discovering James Henry Taylor is the reason why your son is gone. And yeah, he trying to catch all of y'all up. So all that money y'all been eating, he getting his cut. Tobin gonna get his shit. And he realizing that y'all was dirty like this. I'm telling y'all, fit to have a problem. Virginia about to have a problem. New York in the house. Old dirty bastards. These are some old dirty bastards. You bastards. Acting real ignorant. So they figuring out what the fuck you did do some shit in 1995 and 2005 and 2006. All this shit fit to be immaculate. I'm telling you how the world turns, right? General Hospital, isn't it, baby? And then you got my daughter involved in this too. And try to get my son to be a hitter. Come on now, baby. Blueface, baby. So Crip gang. You know you can't be floss flagging, right? Craig ain't ever had no ties to none of the gang. He ain't ever been jumped in or affiliated. He was just locked up at 15 in Oklahoma City. Craig Taylor, who was the one person running the pen, and he died of fucking cancer or whatever. Craig only had ties. The only person that did have ties was Antonio Willis. Come on now. And then you gonna have Buki and the rest of them to do this shit. And they realizing like Carla was really, yeah, Carla, the one y'all been sitting here doing business with, Sarah Ann Vasquez, ATL Georgia, wanting to keep me out of the tie in the loop with Didi and the rest of them. Didi Ray Charles. What's her name? Krista Charles. So y'all need to go figure out in Orlando, 2008, when I opened up that child support case, because she was the one that did the case for us, who had ties, which leads to Rita LaTrose Luter. It'd be crazy how it'd be the fucking people close to you to be your worst fucking enemies to use you now. I won't ever let these people, oh, we family, man, fuck that family shit, cuz you just gonna be starving out here in these streets. I don't give a fuck about you nor your kids. Y'all get what the fuck coming to you, cuz. Run me my shit. Oh, well, we can sit here, Lisa and Deondalyn and the rest of them thinking they fit to come over here, Desmond, Shannon Cruz, and all of them. No, cuz y'all sat right there and watched that shit versus say, hey, kinfolk, you know this was popping off, but ain't none of y'all come over here and say, you know, kinfolk, nothing. Now I know if I ever decide to have kids again, ain't none of y'all motherfuckers touching my belly, coming around me. None of that. I don't want none of that. My pregnancy will be so fucking low key, wouldn't nobody fucking know until they be like, shit, how old is they? Old enough to tell what it is. My kids won't be around nobody fucking grandparents if I don't approve of that shit. But good thing that I ain't got to worry about that. I'll turkey baster myself before I ever do this shit ever again. Like, this was a life lesson for me to ever fucking learn. Lesson learned, cuz. Because after what the fuck y'all pulled on my baby boy and then I'm trying to do with the rest of the kids, y'all got what's coming to you. I give you my word. And even if I did have kids with that boy, he got enough common sense. He know them kids. He'll make it his business that even if he got a whole slew of you motherfuckers, he'll drop every single thing that he doing over there to make sure he get over there. I give you my word on that. I ain't never got to be with the nigga. I ain't got to do nothing. For them kids, he will. I got enough confidence. I don't give a fuck if he a hitter, if he out there in the streets. For them kids, he know what type of time I'm on. And if I got to get on demon time, he know my demon time is way bigger than his. Don't nobody try to get back quicker to a motherfucker that they almost could have got away with. And they couldn't. Those be their favorites. Those be his favorites. Because for your little tranny ass to come over here talking about, are you this bitch? You are something that you wish you could be. And I'm something that you won't ever be. You still trying to go ahead and do what it is over there in fucking Weatherby. You got to go ahead and trick and lay on your back to go ahead and get somebody to do your reconstruction surgery, isn't it, sir? So take your ass on somewhere else. And so, Nada, find you something better to do, Pabolino. Find your bitch ass something better to do. Aren't you already over there fucking with his sister, Jaixa? Find you something the fuck better to do. I'm not the one nor the two that you're going to play with, because if I have to see you, me and 43 got a date anyway. Doing hoodoo and voodoo don't work over here, baby. You don't hold rank, baby. You hold no weight. You can't play with an Orisha if you're going to deny that you black in the first place. That's why it don't work, stupid. Then the audacity. Well, he gonna listen to us because you still got to go ahead and tell this person this and that, and you still got to lie and try to use Bibles and shit and manipulate shit because you still running around with a lie, baby. Don't try to hide behind a Bible when your ass get caught, Mercedes. When that ass get caught, Mercedes, come on, sit that ass down. You already almost stroked that once. But the good thing is, I don't want to deal with no motherfucking man that don't know how to fucking stand up for himself. Because a man that can't even stand up for himself, let alone his fucking baby mama, ain't no fucking man that will stand up for his kids. I learned that by situations I'm in right now. So if the man was willing to do this, 3 daughters and a son, and take out his son, and then now his fucking daughters, this motherfucker ain't no different. So if he's willing to betray me every fucking chance he get, I can only imagine what the fuck he would do to the kids. Don't have the audacity to play talking about, are you this, are you that? Bitch, I'm something that you won't ever be. Got something that you won't ever fucking have. Keep playing over here, over there, Cav. Because you was part of the fucking cavalry. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I probably, even if I was a fucking man, I'd probably be more of a fucking man than a man you lay up with. Find you something better to do. Because the hoodoo voodoo don't work over here. That's why this shit, what you do to me, returns back to you. But I know how to transmute. Isis. Horus. Shit, I even got the shit of Beset, Sekhmet, and Seth. Seth was a hitter. They all came from the sun god, wasn't it? Stupid ass motherfuckers. People be stupid as shit and be like, oh, well, I know this. Shit, if I tell you I'll put my own fucking kid down, her ass is gonna serve that time. My son will serve that motherfucking time. They're going to realize what? And even if they feel like they want to start a war, it ain't no war. Pick and choose your battles. Carla, you too. Marie, you too. I don't give a damn about who you is. Who mammy. Because apparently ain't none of you was raised with no damn morals or values to act like you got some goddamn common sense. Because like I said, a real man gonna stand up for what's his. I ain't backing down for nobody. No man, nobody. Wilbur Hicks, not even that motherfucker. Oh, he like Bruce Lee. That's a motherfucker that just didn't get to live free. That's a motherfucker that like to get bent over too. And he'll leave your ass for a masseuse, let alone a susu or a Filipino or an Asian chick. These be bitches that want to start shit with you. You're only with a motherfucker just to say that you got a man. And it's the same man that don't even want your ass. You cheating and you over here beating on every fucking woman he cheating on you with. Do better. Do fucking better. And then get mad at me because I'm going to address your ass on it. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? Because today is a good day. I got a good day every fucking day. Even on my worst day, it's still a fucking good day. You gotta understand, hey, we try to do this and deny her pregnancy. Shit. Once you figure y'all all worked together and knew that it was a fucking pregnancy, and then it was y'all all working together to make sure that you was trying to make sure my shine didn't outshine you. What kind of shit is that? A real man gonna love this bitch shining. That's the essence of a woman. But I'm sorry, his ass ain't never really been around a fucking real ass woman. And the real women he should have fucking been around, his mama kept him away from him. Shit, let's keep it real with that. Your mama kept your ass away from the real women that was actually could have showed you something. Somebody's name is Ashton, Ashley, Athena, Allison, Alex. Y'all be bitches be over here having the audacity. But I don't give a fuck if it's your fucking mama. Check that bitch. Sometimes them hoes need to be checked. Shit, check your grandma. No, let go of fucking traditional values. Because sometimes some motherfuckers need to know when the fuck they wrong. Y'all don't know how to check people when you need to tell them they ass is fucking wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. It don't matter the fucking age. Shit, if a 7-year-old check your ass, they checking your ass, and your common sense would click like, damn, the kid is right. But then you gonna sit there and try to be mad. If the kid is fucking right, it ain't right. You just need to go fucking readjust your bitch ass self and get it right. Kids got fucking common sense to tell you that you wrong. Like, hey, I didn't like how you said that. It hurt their feelings. So you gonna continue hurting their feelings because you need to be fucking right. That sounds narcissistic as fuck to me. If my kids check me and say, mommy, that hurt my feelings. Okay, well, mommy got to do better. Mommy fucked up. My Nita baby be like, granny is a bitch, and she is, baby. Her fucking feelings matter. Those are some big feelings and those are some big words. The same way when y'all recorded my motherfucking phone call. Should she let her kids talk like that? No, my kids are able to express how the fuck they are feeling. And they are children. They don't know any better. But I allowed her to know, hey, those are not good words to use. But we can do a little bit better. Something that you fucking people as parents wouldn't know how to fucking do. That's why they disrespect you. That's why they lie. That's why they steal. That's why they become fucking habitual liars. Because they trying to fucking please motherfuckers that don't even know how to please them fucking selves. Then you get mad when a real woman step into the building and allow you to see what the fuck it really means. She ain't have all this. I would have if your bitches wouldn't been in my way. And now that my ancestors and my angels and everybody else on the spirit team, because I ain't got nobody on the fucking physical 3D. All this is spiritual. And as you seeing, they moving y'all asses out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. And that what Ludacris said? Because you was over here disturbing the peace. Something you ain't got on the inside nor on the outside. Clean on the inside, clean on the outside. I might not have everything I would like, but I worked hard and busted my ass for everything that I do have. And not sleeping on my back to fucking get it. I ain't gotta steal nobody man or go sleep with the next man to get it. I ain't sleeping with a married man intentionally just to get it. Because most of them would intentionally make sure that they didn't want to give me money because they thought the shit was free. Now they sitting here trying to figure out how can I get in their energy and get company with them again. I don't know. But everything you motherfucking stole just to make sure you can feed the next motherfucking dirty foot who's spinning up your shit. It ain't got shit to do with me, but shit, I gotta laugh internally because any fucking person he with, he pimping them out anyway. Make it make logical sense. I just so happened to get streamed. They had to record that shit to get it. Know the difference. And no, I was not cool. I did not consent to none of it. And even then, he got a text message where I told his ass, you recording me without my permission can get you locked up. He know that. But I thought it was, no, we don't have that type of rapport no more. You're not my man, and as he made it clear, we was never nothing. I was just a friend. I wasn't no friend because you didn't know how to be a friend. You was never taught how to be a friend. But you was taught how to be a lie and be a hoe. But I don't want to be a hoe no more. Well, that ain't got shit to do with me. I do family things. I make a home. I'm a homemaker. I like to mind my business, be in my own lane. I like to go ahead and make money my way. And then y'all don't listen to Johnny bitch ass talking about some Yahweh. Teacher too. But you still got ties to your Delta sorority crew. You didn't denounce everything for you to go ahead and go to Yahweh. Using your friends from the football industry to do what it is that you're doing. Baby, my name holds weight. Understand we and overstand we're not the same, baby. Y'all gotta understand you eating off of me. Because they want to keep me from getting my money. She's incompetent. Well, according to the real federal judge that's actually looking upon themselves and upon their own observation and up for me to be able to deconstruct a psychological system and a federal and a law system, come on, you got to do way better than what y'all did do. And trust and believe me, even if they had involvement, they throwing the book at every single little person that was involved. So if you got a mortgage, you still paying on a mortgage, you still got car notes that you got to pay on, and see the money you was taking, shit, I could just pay my shit right out. You see the difference? I know how to invest. You don't. Do fucking better. A lot of y'all motherfuckers fit to be under arrest. And some people fit to go through fucking cardiac arrest because somebody gonna say something. My heart, my chest, I can't bleed. You gonna get my blood pressure up. Fuck you in that blood pressure. You wasn't worried about it when you came over here to start some shit. Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Yeah. Cause I'm outside of the club and they think I'm a punk. Then they realize, death looks me in the eyes every fucking day. I ain't asked to be here in the fucking first place. But now y'all got motherfuckers ready to scatter like roaches and tail. I told you. And then whoever this fucking female police officer raid, or whoever this bitch that tried to get pregnant by somebody, Reyes or whatever the fuck her name is, Matos, Tiffany, whoever, bitch, you know, and the person you trying to pin that fucking baby on, that ain't his motherfucking baby, and the person he do got fucking babies with, you had this bitch ass neglect him or try to get him to kill it. Come on now. Oh, it's really supposed to belong to like the husband or the person is? No, because I'm pretty sure if your real husband found out what it is that you was doing, you got a problem. It's already bad enough that they can find out what money that you was giving to a hospital, a clinic, and a veteran affairs people. And some lab technicians that you know that do pathology. But them funds dried the fuck up, ain't it? Did your husband just go ahead and freeze an account? Did he just go ahead and remove your bank account insufficient funds? Did he just wipe out your Robinhood? Did he just wipe out your cryptocurrency, your Kraken, your Forex account? Did he just wipe that out? Christina's not here. A lot of these motherfuckers sitting here thinking like, shit, how the fuck I can get out of this? The only person that know how to get y'all out of it is me. Not your Babalao, not nobody in your practitioners, none of that shit. I do. Whoever you just got called from Nicaragua or whatever the fuck it is. Well, I ain't gonna go back to my country. I'm not gonna go over there. I'm gonna go to Nicaragua. De verdad. To Costa Rica, huh? Well, shit, all criminals love to hide in Costa Rica, so that's the easiest spot to go ahead and them trying to take over the Panama Canal, which is going to give them access to Costa Rica. I'm pretty sure that's just an informant way to say Honduras, and they can scope your ass out. Come on now, be a little bit smart. But you want to keep lying to say that I'm not who I am? All right. You wanted to still do the work? Okay. Shit, what are you, a mean boys group? Don't nobody do that but a sassy ass man that need another man. Don't nobody do that quicker than a fucking man that want to be in a boy band. Like, bitch, who are you, in NSYNC? You a backstreet boy? And as it say, the back street, you hit the back door. No more like doors. I'm not here to fucking play with y'all motherfuckers. Oh, is it, I don't know. Andale, arriba. Don't come over here and fucking play with me. All you had to do was give me my shit. Y'all should have gave that shit a long time ago. But like I said, 7 hours fucking remaining. 8 hours for some and another person in the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks to 19 days. 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be a nice, fun thing going on. Anyways, carry on.